Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited about today's video because I finally get to show you this full year bullet journal that I was commissioned to put together for 2025. It's been a labor of love and it's exactly how I wanted it to be: personal, intentional, and creative. If you're new here, I'm Nay and welcome to Nay's Crafty World. Grab a drink, get comfy, and let's flip through this journal together. The journal that I used for this setup is a bullet journal from JC Notebook here in Vietnam, and this is their Magic Moon journal with 150 GSM paper. Opening up the journal on the first blank page, we have the name page. I opted for this stacked collage of purple journal paper and a floral tag. The stickers are from Notebook Therapy. I will link everything that I'm using, or at least everything that I'm able to link, in the description down below. The colors really complement the cover of the journal, so when you open the journal, it flows nicely. On this page, I drew a bouquet of wild flowers. Having a quote at the beginning of the journal is always nice to motivate you whenever you look at it. At least that's what I hope it will do for the owner of this journal. In a field of roses, she is a wild flower. I like to start each of my journals with a year at a glance or a calendar page. It helps when you're doing your monthly planning or just checking on what day a certain date falls. I used a glitter lavender highlighter to make sure to bring in some color and keep with the theme. Next up is the future log. Because this is a full year journal, I split the future log into two and used the first 2 pages for January to June, and the next 2 pages for July to December. There is plenty of room next to each month for them to fill in any birthdays, events, or holidays for the year. At the bottom, I used this purple grid washi tape from 𝒖𝒑𝒏𝒆𝒄 on both pages to make sure it's obvious that these 2 pages are one continuous spread. Moving on, this is the goals for 2025 page. Here is where you can take some time to sit down, think about the year ahead, and get clear on what you actually want to focus on. I broke things into 3 categories like personal growth, health, and mental health. Having this visual reminder is always a great way to keep your intentions front and center. This next page is one of my favorites to include in a setup, and I always use it in my own journals too. This is the wish list page. If you've ever seen something online or maybe at a store that you thought, I'd really like to get that sometime, but then you completely forget about it, this is where you can write it down. You also sometimes have things that you need but want to save up for first. So then you can just write it down under the I need section and can even include the price next to it. This is the vision board. As you can see, it was very easy to set up, but I want them to be able to cover both pages with all the things that they're looking forward to for this year. Places to travel, hobbies, food, fashion, and create an overall vibe for the coming year. And every time you flip to this page, it will give you a positive burst of motivation. Commonly people use pictures for a vision board, but I have seen a few really cool vision boards where people write across the pages and cover the pages with doodles. These next 2 spreads, in my opinion, go hand in hand. The first is a period tracker for all 12 months. I also included a simple key, a full box for a heavy flow, lines for regular, one line for light, and lastly a dot for spotting. The reason I say these two go hand in hand because this next spread is a list of affirmations, a reminder of how amazing you are, and it can be so good for your mental health to reflect on that and write something positive about yourself, especially on those days where we can feel negative. Finally, here's the last spread for the yearly pages. This is my first time including one of these classic travel spreads in a journal. The owner of this journal has been traveling all of her life and is not done yet. So this is a great place for her to write down some traveling memories under places I've been, and also plan for her next trip under places to visit. Whenever I set up a journal for someone, I make sure to ask them a few questions to find out what they like and if they want any specific pages in their journal. If you saw my previous custom journal flip through, they asked for a circus theme and their main focus is exercise and tracking hobbies. If you'd like to see that video, it'll be in the cards at the top of the screen. The owner of this journal mentioned that they love flowers, and I instantly thought of a flowers of the year theme, with each month having its own flower. For January, we have carnations. All the drawings are open and doodle-like, meaning that she'll be able to color them in if she wants to. The first monthly page is a month at a glance page. Here you can plan out your to-do list, write down your goals for the month, and also write down any events, birthdays, or holidays that land in the month. Next to the planning boxes, I included these 5 trackers. Just to get them started, I wrote down some headings like movies, series, etc. Later on, I do leave the headings open just in case they get tired of tracking these specific things and want to change it up a little. Next is the 1 line a day page. They mentioned they used this before in a bullet journal, so I thought it would be nice to add it to their monthly pages. 1 line a day spreads can be used for many different things. You can write down short descriptions of your day, you can use it to track appointments, or if you want to be more creative, you can write a short quote or motivation every day. Each month has 2 trackers. This first is a habit tracker. If you don't know how a habit tracker works, you write down a habit or hobby that you would like to do each month. I've highlighted the top of the calendar for them to write the heading, for example, reading, exercise, healthy eating, walking, water, etc. And on the days that you do the habit, you can circle the date or color it in with the highlighter. Because each month has its own flower theme, each month also has a mood tracker with the same floral theme. For January, the mood tracker is a carnation, and each petal is a different day. Here is the key with 3 boxes and a mood next to it. You can choose your own color for each mood and use that to fill in the tracker. Finally, before we move on to the flip through of all the monthly cover pages and mood trackers, we have the weekly spreads. Because the journal contains a whole year, I was a little limited with pages, so each week is on 1 single page and they all have the same layout. For each week you have your daily tasks. This is a perfect spot to plan your ideal routine for the day. Below that is a section where you can write what you have going on in that week, or you can use it to make a to-do list for the week. And then of course you have the dated daily section to write down a note for every day. Some months have 4 weeks where others have 5. For February, the theme is primrose. And the mood tracker has the same primrose theme. March is daffodil. April, daisy. May, lily of the valley. June, rose. July, lavender. August, poppy. September is iris. October is marigold. November is chrysanthemum. And December is holly. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking around. We are not finished yet, but I would like to give you a secret word that you can sneak into your comments, so I know that you've made it this far into the video. And the secret word for this video is flowers. For December, I've added one extra spread for the holiday season. On the first page is a gift list. You can use this page to plan for family and friends' Christmas gifts. And on the next page is a space where you can plan some fun Christmas activities to do with family and friends. Or just some things to do for yourself, like go shopping, have your nails done, or go to the salon. At the end of the year, I like to add some reflections pages. This first page is a New Year's page where they can write a note to themselves talking about 2025 and how they feel at the end of the year. They can also use this page as a resolutions page for the new year, or use it to paste some photos of their New Year's Eve with friends. Next is a 2025 in review page. This page includes a top 5 things for 2025, 2025 in 3 words, favorite memories, biggest challenge, people in my 2025, and things to start, stop, and continue. And lastly, 2025 in photos. The final spreads for this full year journal is to help her plan for the following year with a year at a glance page. and a future log for 2026, just in case she had some long-term plans and trips coming up in the following year that she needs to plan for. And at the end there were still a few pages left, so I left them for her to use as notes pages. This journal was my first commission by someone that I don't know very well, so I tried to keep it very easy and straightforward to use. The spreads are universal but also feel personalized. Please let me know what you think of this full year bullet journal, and remember to use the secret word in your comment. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more journaling ideas and inspiration.